In today's episode, it was so good we had to run it back. So many people got value out of us breaking down the video sales letter and how it can drastically grow your conversions and your sales. So I want to break it down even more and give you some strategy on how you can use a video sales letter to grow your sales for your course or your digital products. I'm on a mission to teach coaches and entrepreneurs how to make more, work less, hire their funnel, and let the funnel do the work. If you're ready, join me on Monetize with Marcus podcast. Now, I'm not going to recap everything that I went over in one of our previous videos on the video sales letter. I suggest you go back to it. And I never asked you to do this, but I think you should. If you're watching it, you should subscribe, right? Subscribe, comment, share this with someone. Like it, right? Why? Because I think if you're getting information that honestly I sell, like this kind of stuff I'm teaching you, I actually teach to my clients, break down, build it for them, educate them, whether they are in our mentorship, whether they're a client in our courses, any of those things. So easiest way to contribute to this is to help us get in front of more people. We just want to add value, right? So let's make sure we do that. But let's get into video sales letter. So there's a few components we mentioned before. We mentioned the importance of, I'm going to just grab one thing, stopping that skip scroll objection is the way I worded it. That the tendency of a person to skip past your video or to see what you're doing and just keep scrolling. So now that we've got that underway, I want you to break down something. Like if you're doing video content of any type, specifically a video sales letter, there's this component that I think that every person should have. You should have it for yourself, and you should constantly be putting that in front of people. I call it creating the success picture, creating the success picture. A success picture very clearly is just the idea of can you with words paint to someone what it would look like after they followed all your instructions. So let me give you an example. If someone was driving and you wanted to give them a mile marker, and you say, hey, keep driving straight until you see a Starbucks on your left. When you see that Starbucks on your left, at that light, turn, and you'll see a building on the right with a Honda Accord that's silver out front. Hear those details. So the person knows when I see the Starbucks, I'm almost there, hook a left. When I pull in, look for the silver Honda. What you should always do whenever you have a video sales letter, whenever you're doing a webinar, workshop, speaking in any form, anything you're doing, course, whatever you're selling, you should be talking to people about what happens after they've gone through it. Don't just sell me on the process or the information. Talk to me about the success picture. Like, what does it look like when I reach the 6 to 7? After I've done everything you told me to do, you told me you're going to show me how to make 6 figures. Well, describe what it looks like inside of the home of 6 figures. That's a strong success picture. You start talking about the details of a room that they're not in yet, and then back up and talk about the process to get there, right? So if it's the same thing that happens with a GPS, you have a start and destination where you pinpoint their pain point of where they are. You have an end destination, which is their success picture. And then you have the individual turns they have to make, which is your process. So anytime that you are creating video sales letter, workshop, structure, even copy, I think a great format for you is to think about just take what you would do with a GPS. Identify in words where they currently are. Identify where they're trying to go. And then the process, the individual turns, which would be step 1, step 2, secret 1, secret 2, secret 3. So if I say the pain point is a person who's trying to close their first 5-figure sale, person you want to increase your price from $1,000 to $10,000. You want to close your first 5-figure client. That's locating where you currently are, trying to get from where you are to closing your first 5-figure client. Then I'll talk about a success picture. There's nothing more powerful than increasing your price to 5 figures that allows you to only work with qualified people, those who are able to invest. It generates more revenue. With only 10 people, you can make 6 figures. You can have a 6-figure day. So I'm painting the success picture. Allows you to hire people. It allows you to work less. Allows you to hit your revenue goals faster. It also allows you to get your clients more results. Because if you work with 10 clients for $10,000, that's $100,000. You now have the revenue where you don't have to work, you don't have to chase money. You can spend more time giving them everything, right? So I just explained the success picture. Then I back up and say, now let me walk you through how do you take your pricing from $1,000, $3,000, wherever you are, to a $10,000 offer, and that becomes the process. So you want to take people and always grab, come on, just using the regular old GPS model, where they are, where they're trying to go with the success picture, and the information you share in between is the process. That's going to be powerful for you. So after you do that, here's something I want to give you in like extreme detail. You want to create these what if scenarios, right? That scarcity what if scenarios. What if you had this years ago? What if you learned, and then you insert that specific thing they learned? What if you learned how to every day find new customers and clients that will happily pay you $10,000? Now, you can see people on the internet that are doing it. How are they finding people that have this kind of money? When you hear about somebody with a $25,000 mastermind, how are they finding people with $25,000? What if years ago you knew how to do this, and instead of selling things for $1,000 or for $500, you were able to sell for $25,000, allowing you to only work with 4 people a month, making $100,000 a month? See what I just did, right? Painted a success picture and gave you this what if scenario of what you can become. So now it's this scarcity of what if you had this before? What if you knew this before? What if you made this one adjustment? That what if statement creates this possibility and shows how you're about to make that available to them. And then you do this super, super, super dope thing, right? You do this super dope thing that I always talk to people about. I call it playing matchmaker, where you match them up with the perfect solution to their current problem. Right? Like, it's not generic, it's specific, where somebody, you've dialed into your audience. I think that's the thing that's missing from business owners is falling in love with all the details of their clients. Like, if you're in a relationship, you want to know if your lady's in a bad mood, what's the thing that make her smile? Right? If she hungry, what's her favorite food? If you in business, fall in love with your clients, their pain point, the thing that they actually need that resolves it. You normally know that from yourself. I know early on in business, I hated having to pay this person, that person, and learn separate information. So my business model is an all-in-one system, because I didn't like having to pay for a social media person, pay for a business development coach, pay for a copywriting coach, pay for an ad coach, pay for a sales coach. I was like, pay for a webinar per. I wanted it all in one. So when I'm playing matchmaker, I'm matching that same aggravation, that same pain point to a solution within my business. So we do an all-in-one, done with you or done for you situation where they pay us and we do it all. So we do course creation, email marketing. We run their ads for them. So we don't educate people on ads. I think it's a difficult thing to teach, and it's too much variable, too much data. So to remove the aggravation, we just run it for them, right? We used to teach people a whole lot of information on how to build out specific funnels, but I realized they don't want to just learn it. Some people are at a place in their life and business where they just want it done for them. So you play matchmaker by creating offers and solutions connected to where a person currently is. My friends, if you outline this clearly and show how you're able to do this, you got yourself a strong video sales letter. If you just take the components from last video and this video, put them together, you're ready. And now you just tell them how they can go access it. Hey, so I've created for myself, I created a training portal that shows you how to create a course or digital product or program and automate your sales using a sales funnel. It walks you through everything you need to know, from pricing to finding the right customers to how to reposition your offer, how to build and grow your business, and it even comes with a sales funnel. You hear that? Now, it's not gaming you, because it actually comes with that. I would warn you against promising something that you know you don't offer or deliver on. What I'm telling you is not saying make up things. I'm just giving you a structure to plug in the things you actually can do. And you got a video sales letter that will drastically grow your sales and allow you to convert at a much higher level. So people are not just visiting your sales page and leaving, but they're visiting and pulling out their credit card ready to buy. I hope you've got some strategy out of this episode. I will see you in the next episode.